back to the Dr. Phil Show. I'm your host, Dr. Phil. Today, I have an especially interesting guest with us today. Perverted sex cult leader, John Humphrey Noyes, born September 3rd, 1811, Brattleboro, Vermont, died April 13th, 1886, Niagara Falls, Canada.
Thank you for having me, Dr. Phil, but actually I was a supporter of women's rights, not just a sex cult leader. In fact, a lot of people called me that during my time to shut down the progression of women's rights.
Right. Let's jump into this. John, what about the fact that you created complex marriages and had the idea of communalism, which was the idea of sharing everything and everyone, making it seem as though women are property?
Oh, golly gee. Well, that is quite the misconception. I rejected monogamy because I wanted to free women from the status of property of husbands. I actually set up nurseries run by both sexes to prove the equal ability of men and women. Plus, women in my community commonly cut their hair short and wore pantaloons under their skirts.
Right. What about male continence? That book you wrote, it is quite graphic.
My original plan of gender equality. Male continence is the idea that if you prevent a male from orgasm, it serves as a form of birth control.
But what does that mean?
That way, multiple pregnancies can be prevented, allowing women to focus on other matters besides children.
Well, if you were so progressive, why were you kicked out of Yale?
You see, I was kicked out of Yale due to my perfectionist viewpoints on Christianity.
And how did your viewpoints result into that?
I, a perfectionist, believe that a doctrine holding that religious, moral, social, or political perfection is attainable, especially the theory that human moral or spiritual perfection should be, or has been, attained. I always used to say the second coming was an event in the spiritual and not the natural world. Yale was just not ready for that kind of thinking.
How did that work out for you?
Well, the Oneida community thrived into the 20th century because we had the inventor of the steel animal even join our community. We started making silverware, which is still very popular today. You can cut steaks.
No, Humphrey.
Dr. Phil.
I said, how did that work out for you? Not the community, but you. It's okay, take your time.
For me?
For you, sir.
Oh, I see, Dr. Phil. I fled to Canada in 1879 to escape persecution.
I see. How did your son react to this?
You know, my boy. He just kept using silverware.
Children are so hard. I'm so sorry. You're very brave, son. Sir, man.
Dad, Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil. Thank you.
Thanks for coming on tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Good night, folks.
Good night. Thank you, Mrs. Phil.
Chicken wings. Chicken wings. Okay, I got my Dr. Phil voice.
Of course, it acts as a form of birth control.
But what? Right, okay. My mustache came off.
We will be trying to drink water. Okay, you're. Oh no, it's papers. Okay. Accent.
I don't
You
know.
can do a British accent.
What?
What?
Within Christianity.
But how did your you
It acts as a form of birth control. Are you ready, Rose?
I'm filming?
Let's go from what does that mean?
Singing in the shower.